What's up, adventure buddies? Welcome back to this week's video and our first video of our series, Holiday PLANdemic Halloween Edition. So in this video, we're going to take you through some of the activities that we have already done and or plan to do. So without further ado, Trevi, cue the intro.
So one thing that is super easy to do this Halloween season is to go to a pumpkin patch. It's outdoors, it's safe. You can go pick your own pumpkin. Now there's a ton that are out there with cool animals. There are goat mazes and corn mazes.
So the one we went to, pretty safe to say, it was amazing. No, not funny? Come on, dad jokes are funny now. No? Oh well. On to the next one. This place is so cool, it has a goat maze. Check this out.
We're gonna shoot some corn out of the corn can.
So as we talk about pumpkin patches, right? We talked about getting a pumpkin. Well, what do you do with that pumpkin? You carve them, of course. And so having a family adventure in the backyard, carving pumpkins, well, that's a tradition of ours. And so this year during the pandemic, there's no change. And so us four competed on who could go and make the coolest pumpkin this year. Obviously I won. Okay, maybe I didn't. Trevi's got some weird one here, it's all warty, it's gross, I don't know. But she was super creative and we had a ton of fun. So tip for you, check out your local Dollar Tree store to get some easy, cheap pumpkin carving sets, because those stencils and knives, they really do help out. So take a look, see who you think is the best.
Speaking of home adventures, there's some other cool ideas that you can do at home. For instance, one thing that we really like to do is to decorate our house, but we give everyone a specific room or a place in the yard that they're in charge of decorating. So again, you can go to the dollar store, get creative to make this a cool, spooky, scary adventure in your own home. Another thing you can do is a baking contest. We love to make cookies, cakes, and cupcakes. And then we have competitions to see who can make them the yummiest and the most creative.
And if you can't cook, I'm not the greatest because I keep losing to Gianna and her cooking with G-muffin skills, which have really become advanced, but I make for a pretty good judge because I've got a sweet tooth and I love her ghost cake. So hopefully some of you guys remember drive-in movies. Well, surprise alert, they're back. And so whether they are an official drive-in movie or the portable pop-ups, we're starting to see those everywhere. And so for this Halloween, and so we went to not just one, but 2 drive-in movies so far, just for Halloween. We're probably gonna do a couple more throughout the holiday season. That was a fun way to get outdoors and experience something that Trevi and I had for our childhood memories, introduce that to the kids. So for this holiday season, we encourage you to look at drive-in movies as an option for you this holiday season.
So speaking of drive-in, there's also some drive-through experiences that have been really creative and cool this season. So given COVID, there have been a lot of experiences where you had to think outside of the box. So we did one that was called Bite LA, where you got to order some really cool food like terror tots and spooky chili, while zombies were in the bushes and you had to do a creature safari. Super cool. We have a couple more that are upcoming that we are really excited about that are like trick-or-treating out of your car.
And so if you guys don't follow us along on our Facebook page, please do it at The Adventure Buddies FB. And so here we're gonna share all the upcoming events, and you'll see a ton of them are starting to do drive-throughs. And so they're really diving into that creativity that Trevi spoke to. And so we encourage you to follow along and check them out. And so one of my favorite activities that we have in store that I was newly introduced to when I met these kids in Trevi was the concept of booing. What is booing? No, it's not a prank. You're not going around scaring people, but it's almost like reverse ding dong ditch for those who remember what that game was when we were kids. But here we've made pre-packaged treats and goods, and that we will secretly go out at night and place it on our friends' doorsteps, ring the doorbell, and run. And so when they get the package, they'll be greeted with an Adventure Buddies card that said, "You got booed by the Adventure Buddies." And so this is a fun way where you can almost do reverse trick-or-treating with your friends. And so once they get it and they identify who did it, they then reciprocate. And so everyone gets a safe way to do trick-or-treating in this pandemic. So if you haven't heard of booing, there it is, you're welcome, and we encourage you to try it, and we're gonna have a ton of fun. And so here are a few clips of our recent boos. Check it out.
What's up, Adventure Buddies? Let's go booing.
So for actual Halloween, we have a few things that we're gonna be doing. One, we are gonna try one of those drive-through experiences for trick-or-treating. Second, we're going to be doing some trunk-or-treating where you decorate your trunk. It could be scary, it could be fun, it could be a game with candies. Really exciting to get the community involved, but also doing a little bit of that social distancing. We're also going to be doing a charitable aspect. We're going to be doing a car parade for hospice kids. It is sad that they cannot leave their home, but at the very least, we are able to drive by their homes, show them some decorations, and give them some safe treats and some really cool bracelets and rings, just something to at least give them a little taste of Halloween. We also are gonna be doing our own Halloween special here in our backyard, watching a Halloween movie in the backyard. We've been little by little having a couple friends over to wear their masks in the backyard and watch some cool movies. but we're doing this on Halloween as well. So it's some ideas that we have here that maybe you would like to do in your own community. So there you have it, some cool ideas to do this Halloween, COVID, or maybe it's a new tradition for your family. And don't forget, wear some cool Halloween outfits, some accessories, have some fun this holiday season. And remember, life's an adventure.
Who are you going on it with?